Today I am going to tell you a story about a big girl called Morna, and the story's called The Huge Bag of Worries, and it's by a woman called Virginia Ironside. Morna had always been a really happy girl, but recently she'd been getting gloomier and gloomier and worrieder, and things were really getting on top of her, until one day she woke up and she found she had a huge bag of worries at the end of her bed. The bag of worries followed her everywhere, to school, to swimming, to the loo, and even while she was watching TV. She tried ignoring it, but it didn't work. She tried throwing it away, but it always came back. What could she do? She thought of asking her brother, but she knew what he'd say. "I don't know what you're talking about. I've not got any worries." So she decided not to tell him. She thought of asking Mum, but she didn't think Mum would understand. Mum would probably say, "You've got no worries. You're a very lucky girl. You've got your health, you've got your friends and your family. What more do you want?" So she decided not to tell her Mum either. Maybe her best friend could give her some advice. But she only told her to lock up her worries in a cupboard and try not to think about them. So her and her best friend asked their teacher for some advice. But the teacher took one peek inside the bag of worries. "No more worries in here. Leave that bag at home," said the teacher. Then she had an idea. Dad would know what to do. But she thought again. No, Dad had enough worries of his own. So she decided not to tell him. Every day things got worse and worse. And one morning she got up, got dressed, and walked sadly down the road. On the road she met her Gran. "Goodness me, Morna, what is that big huge bag of worries you've got following you? You just open it up and let me see what's inside it." Morna said she couldn't. No one could help her with her worries, and if she opened up the huge bag of worries, the worries might kill them all. "Nonsense," said her Gran. "The secret is to let the worries out slowly. There's nothing a worry hates more than being seen." So Gran sorted the worries out into groups. Morna was astonished to see how tiny the worries looked once they were out of the bag and into the open. Some Gran said she would deal with, some she just blew a kiss to. Some, she said, were worries that everyone had, even Mum, Dad and the teacher. And as for that bag, look what Gran did to the bag. She kicked it down the road. Do you have a worry, a big worry, or even a small worry? Who would you tell? You could tell your mum, maybe your dad, your auntie, your big sister, a friend. You could tell your teacher. But the best thing to do is to choose a moment when they've got time to listen. So if you've got a worry, don't keep it to yourself. It'll just get bigger and bigger. Share it with someone else, and then it'll disappear. And that is the end of the story of the huge bag of worries.